Derek Carr signed a 3-year, $121.5 million extension. Obviously, those numbers may not be what they seem. So I just want to get, what are your initial takes on this deal?
So being that's 3 years, 121.5, I look at it and I love Derek Carr. I'm a big supporter of Carr. I don't think he's elite, but I think with the talent around him, I made a video saying he could win MVP. Just due to
Say he will win MVP.
That was the title. In the video, I say he could. Listen, all right? Just listen. But so I think he could, just due to like the talent around him, and potentially we'll see how Josh McDaniels does as a coach. But for 3 years, 121.5 for someone like Carr, who's probably the 10th or 12th best quarterback in the league, I think you have to do it, but obviously he's not worth 40 mil. With today's market, if you don't pay your quarterback that much money, you're not going to keep him, because with cap space going up just about every year, I think, and quarterbacks just being stingier about that, you just got to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like, I was never really the biggest Derek Carr fan. I kind of hated watching him for a while because he became very passive, and because when he first got injured, he kind of seemed to get scared of getting hurt again. But then the past couple of years, he's really improved his game. He's become aggressive again. I saw he was 9th in yards per attempt in 2019, 7th in 2020, and 6th this past year. So he's really improved his game. So I think he's firmly in that Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill tier, where he's not great, but he's good. And if he has a good team around him, look at the NFC Championship game. Look at the NFC Championship game last year. It was Matthew Stafford and Jimmy Garoppolo. Good, not great quarterbacks, but it's worth the money to pay them over a lesser, cheaper option like Jared Goff, who the Rams had before Stafford, because you never know when your team can have just that one run. I see you're making a face. I want to hear what you have to say. Do you think Matthew Stafford's great? I think Stafford.
His physical talent is
Stafford is
its world.
His physical talent is, but what about up here? I think he's firmly in the Kirk Cousins tier.
No, dude, he's like top 8. Come on. You don't think so? Like number 8?
I mean, he had a solid, I was going to say he had a solid playoff run, but he kind of threw the game away against the Niners too, if not for Jaquiski Tartt dropping the ball.
Yeah, but like, I know that. But just like
you can't get blinded by the sidearm and the 70-yard bombs.
I guess I'm still gonna put him at number 8 though, about like that range.
Okay.
I think he's better than Cousins.
That's like a 8 to 12. I might consider that the tier. Like,
yeah, but okay, fair. But he's definitely better than Cousins. I don't want to put him in the same tier as Cousins though.
I think at least probably since 2016, I would say Kirk Cousins has been better than Stafford. And probably he's been better than him in each of those seasons, except for last year on just a year-by-year basis. Okay. But it's close enough to where...
Okay. There's one thing, though. 2019...
He played 8 games, so I'm going to give
I understand that. I was going to say, had he played the full 16 or like 14 or 15, he was an MVP candidate.
He was in the discussion below because he wasn't beating Lamar Jackson that year.
No, obviously. And
he was in like the honorable mention.
Technically, candidate is the first 3, but I don't. He was top 5.
Russell Wilson.
He was top 5. Mahomes. Okay, Wilson fell off hard the second half of that year.
Who's to say Stafford wouldn't? Like, that's why I have trouble placing him.
Okay, I get. But like Wilson's known for that.
And is Stafford known for having a full complete season? Like,
he's got like a 5,000-yard year
on like 700 pass attempts, but
it's not his fault though. Lions never got a running back. They never had one. They had Reggie Bush, who wasn't a good runner.
He had a couple of 1,000-yard seasons.
Well, I mean, consistently. Like, couldn't handle the workload at least because he had a lot of good yards per attempt seasons. But like he never really got like a workload that like you would expect from a very high first round pick. I can't remember what pick right now, but
what, Reggie Bush?
Yeah.
He was second, right?
Yeah, it was second or third. I just didn't want to say one of them and be wrong, you know?
Yeah, because you were like what, 4 years old then?
Probably. What? Yeah.
That was 2006.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was 4. Just about 4 because my birthday's in April. So, yeah. Damn.
By the way, podcast listeners, Joe recently had a birthday. Everybody wish him happy birthday.
Finally 13. You kidding? I'm 20 now. Thank you, Mike. Thank you to the listeners. But yeah. So.
Yeah, we should probably get back to the Derek Carr discussion.
Derek Carr, not worth it.
I saw Jason Fitzgerald, who is with Over the Cap. He tweeted that among multi-year quarterback contract extensions, Carr's ranks just 14th in full guarantees because a lot of it was like moved to the.
Do we know?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
I couldn't find it.
But I think this year he has just like a $24 million cap hit. And then it goes up with each subsequent year, like 34, 43. So they could get out of it if all else fails. And as of right now, like Carr even specifically mentioned that he wanted to structure it in a way that the team could make sure everybody else was signed. So I think on its face, it looks like a ginormous number.
That's why I like Carr. He's a good guy. All right. So like, I know Derek Carr is, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you just made this point even better for me. I love Derek Carr because he's just a great guy overall on and off the field. Like you never hear anything bad about Derek Carr, except for the occasional things about him just blocking people on Twitter. If like they piss him off or something, family. But it's like, yeah, exactly. Like that's a little weird, but it's like, besides that, he's was great in the Oakland and Las Vegas community. Helps his teammates out, tries to help his team out so they can win and realize, unlike someone that is in the NFC North, they like to get their teammates paid too, so that they don't take up the whole cap hit and ruin the team's chances of winning and lose your best receiver that actually went to Derek Carr's team. Huh. Crazy, right?
For a second there, I thought you were throwing poor Jared Goff under the bus. NFC North Court. I'm kidding.
But it shows you leave Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I said his name. Oh, God. I was gonna try and keep going with it, but it slipped out. You leave Aaron Rodgers to go to Derek Carr, clearly a worse quarterback, but you got paid. You're friends with him. Probably didn't like Rodgers that much based off what everyone said about him. I like Rodgers from a football and seeing him talk in the media standpoint on McAfee because he's very interesting. Yes, we had the whole vaccine thing, but like besides that, he's a very interesting guy to hear from. Right. But then it's like you also have the other side of the media where it's like, okay, this guy's a dick. But it's crazy. Leave Rodgers for Carr.
And they were offering him. Like it wasn't like they just they offered him the same amount of money and he chose his old college quarterback instead.
Show something about how being an actually good guy and a good friend helps out your team in a lot of ways.
Carr's trying to take the Tom Brady approach.
I mean, he still got $40 million a year. Not that it's all guaranteed.
I mean, Brady's not so broke himself either, but
oh no, and he has a beautiful, rich wife. But whatever. So that's all I really got on Carr. Good guy. Happy for him. Does he deserve $40 million? No, that's why it's not all guaranteed. And you just have to do it though. But